to their feet and ankles, knees.
It can all happen so quickly. You just, 1 minute you're there and the next minute you're down the bottom.
They've injured their backs, bruised shoulders, sometimes even injuries to their heads.
They look harmless enough, but ask Glenda Ryan and she'll tell you a set of stairs can be more of a hazard than a help. While visiting her daughter recently, the usually agile great-grandmother came a cropper on the front steps.
The stairs were wet and I had rubber shoes on and they hit the damp stairs and I went sailing right down to the bottom.
Lucky to end up with only a sore shoulder, Glenda's now worried about the safety of the stairs in her own home. So she's called in Glenys Webby from Blue Care to evaluate some of the trouble spots. And already Glenys has picked out some hazards on the way to the front door.
That's quite loose there. That's an issue that actually needs some maintenance. We need to have nice, firm, stable handrails.
The handrail is a reoccurring issue on Glenda's internal staircase.
Right here at the very top, there is no handrail. So starting off to go down the stairs, you're really starting off without good balance.
And at the bottom of the stairs, the rail should extend past the last step. Finally to the back of the house, where plants are growing over the veranda staircase.
Yeah, it looks lovely to have plants underneath the steps, but one of the things is that when there are things that are on the step, there are falls or a trip hazard.
An uneven step at the bottom can also catch people off balance.
That's a little bit of a risk at the bottom there. It's nice to have all of the treads evenly spaced all the way up the stairs.
So when it comes to stair safety around our homes, what are some of the things we can do to ensure we avoid those nasty mishaps? Glenys says we should be looking out for 5 things in particular. First, make sure the construction of the staircase is up to scratch, that the step sizes are even and the handrails easy to grab. Number 2, ensure your vision is not obscured. For example, don't walk in reading glasses and check there's adequate lighting at both the bottom and top of each staircase. Next, clear any coverings like rugs or pot plants and clutter like toys from on and around the steps. Number 4, take time to safely negotiate the staircase no matter how many times you've traversed them. And finally, if your stairs are exposed to weather conditions, make sure you apply some non-slip devices. Peter Nilsson from Bunnings Warehouse reckons there are 2 ways to do this.
The first way is to use the adhesive strips and the second way is to paint them.
Adhesive strips range from $23 to $36, come in a range of colours and sizes and can be applied to timber and cement.
With the coarseness of the tape, it actually helps with traction between your foot and the actual wet stair itself.
The paints work in a similar way, creating greater traction on timber, cement and paved surfaces. 2 coats will do the trick and the paint needs to be reapplied every 12 months.
The 4-litre tins of texture coat range between $51 and $70 for a 4-litre tin.
When it comes to walking up and down stairs, Glenys says you should always use the handrail and make sure your strongest leg works the hardest. This means when going down,
your affected leg would go down first and your good leg would follow. Going up the stairs, your good leg works the hardest again, it goes up first and your bad leg or affected leg follows.
Now Glenda's aware of the safety issues, she's put some things into practice to ensure her first slip-up will be her only one.
I think it's best to be alert and to get into a safety habit, really.